Hey guys, so for today's video I am going to be going through how I did well in A-level geography, because I did my A-levels in 2019. When I was revising, I'd search on YouTube for any help in my subjects, and other than news I couldn't find any on geography, so I thought I might as well make my own to be kind of helpful. Well, this is not helpful if you're obviously meant to be doing your exams now because of the pandemic. It's not going to be really relevant, but if you want to watch it then feel free. But this is more helpful for the 2021 or just people who are generally wanting to pick geography to just know what it's like, because obviously the A-levels changed a couple of years ago. There really isn't much out there for what the new spec's like. I did Edexcel geography and I managed to get an A. Geography is kind of different because it still has the controlled assessment aspect of it, which is the independent investigation. This is worth 20% of your marks and it takes a very long time. I spent hours on it and hours on it, and I think I ended up with pretty high marks in it. I know people say, oh, it's only 20%, but if you're sat there going, oh my god, I can't do coast or something, then it's kind of nice to know that, oh, I've kind of got something to fall back on. But my coursework was based on the regeneration of sulfur keys. It just involved a lot of research and going to the area, collecting data. We went on a school trip, so it was actually quite nice because it wasn't just me going out on my own, it was kind of everyone going to that place. No one in your group could do the same thing, so that was quite hard to come up with a title. Exam-wise, there are 2 exams. There's the paper 1, which is physical, and then paper 2, which is human. So I found this book pretty helpful. It's basically like a CGP revision guide, just not CGP really. It's more factual and it links the theme, so that's good for paper 3, which I'll talk about later on. For my class options, we did coasts instead of glacial landscape, regenerating places instead of diverse places, and health, human rights and intervention rather than migration, identity and sovereignty. Obviously I can only talk about the units that I did, but there is kind of an overlap between them. We ended up doing a part that basically linked to that, so a lot of people were like, oh, are we doing glaciers now? No, we're not. After the end of year 1, I basically typed up all my notes, so I had a condensed version. While people are making revision notes, I kind of already had mine, but I think it really was worth doing because then I had it condensed rather than the masses and masses of the textbook. It was easier to know what I did know and what I didn't know. Case studies. This is something that's quite different to GCSE. I did the old GCSE, so we didn't actually have the assess question, which was quite popular in the A-levels, and it's also in the new GCSE. My class kind of had to learn how to rewrite essays, so it should be easier if you do go from GCSE. However, there was one person in my class who didn't do GCSE geography and she found it fine, so I wouldn't worry if you didn't do it for GCSE and want to pick it up at A-level. It is manageable. But for case studies in GCSE, you kind of need to learn HIC and LIC and loads of facts about hurricanes, volcano eruptions kind of thing. But for A-level, there are case studies, but you don't need to know it all. You just need to know the odd fact to just shove in. I struggled with essays a lot because I didn't know what my point was. I actually went to my teachers quite a lot to figure out how to write an essay because I just didn't get it. But eventually I got a structure, though I knew what I was doing, and that really helped. And it got to the end where the teacher was writing essay questions and I would have already done them because I would have been to him and been like, can I have extra essays to do? And I think I got sent a piece of paper with 20 questions on, essay titles, and I'd go through and I'd do the odd one each week. And I also noticed that that did help my grading. At one point there were actually revision sessions and I was the only person that went for probably a good 2 months, and it was really helpful because it could go across what I wanted to know rather than what the majority of the class knew. I definitely think go to your teachers because they're the ones teaching it. They can help you on what you might not know as well as you think you do. And of course, this is probably the main reason people pick geography, for the trips. I'm not gonna lie, I love the trips. We had to do 4 days compulsory, 2, which is 1 overnight, 2 separate days. I'm not quite sure how much geography we got done on the trip, but they were definitely memorable. I know a lot of people can't decide between history and geography, but that was never a question for me because I did well at geography. I got an A-star at GCSE, and I just don't understand history. I think geography is quite versatile. You learn a lot of skills. There's quite a bit of maths involved, but it's nothing too scary. There's paper 3, which is a synoptic paper, which essentially links everything. It's kind of weird because you can't really revise it, but the parts from the first and the second paper. It is the third paper. So the links are, I think I can't be giving false information. Players, attitudes and actions, and futures and uncertainties. There was lots of kind of current knowledge needed. Geopolitically wise, you've obviously got Brexit and the EU, and that shows you're kind of up to date on current affairs, whereas talking about something that's not current, it doesn't show that you're kind of involved in the subject, read around the subject. I didn't really, but I did know like a few weird facts. Like I did sometimes scroll across like different news bits to do with geography, so I think I wouldn't not do it. I think it's definitely consolidates your learning and takes geography from the classroom out into the real world. If you're interested in geography, I think do it because there is a lot of aspects to it. Personally, I liked the physical part more than the human, but I didn't understand politics. I wasn't really into it. I didn't really know much about any kind of Middle East Asian conflicts or anything, but I found superpowers really interesting, and I found it really weird because the ones that I thought I'd find like really boring and hard, I actually found the most interesting. So I think that's something I definitely took away from geography. Don't knock it until you try it, kind of thing. It is hard, and people say, oh, it's an A-level in colouring in. Like, I wish it was. After this video, I'm also going to be filming a psychology A-level help thing, and I'm also going to be filming a maths because I got an A. I don't have a clue how. Like, I went from an E to an A in like 2 months. I was getting used, then something just clicked and I could kind of do maths. I'll still say I can't do maths, but my results probably say otherwise. Also, I'm hoping to kind of like vlog my uni experience. That will start like September time. A bit unsure with all the pandemic stuff. I will hopefully take you along with me, and you can kind of like see my journey through life if that interests you. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below any ideas you have or anything, and subscribe because that's kind of cool. And I will see you next time.